Greetings, everybody, and welcome once again back to the Fun Valley Sports Complex. It's time for Hutchinson Community College softball on the Blue Dragons Sports Network. This afternoon, the number 18 ranked Hutchinson Blue Dragons take on the Labette Cardinals in a very key Jayhawk East doubleheader. Steve Carpenter with you on a much less windy but chilly afternoon at Fun Valley. Good crowd collecting as the wind down about 30 miles an hour, but has shifted directions out of the northeast about 10 to 15. Should be decreasing as the day goes on, but still a little bit chilly as we get in the afternoon. Forecast highs are expected to be in the low 60s. The Blue Dragons, winners of 6 straight. They are now 16-2 overall, 3-1 in the Jayhawk East. The Blue Dragons swept Coffeyville yesterday in a pair of run rule games by the scores of 11-2 and 13-5. Kiara DeCrane, huge afternoon yesterday, combined 7 for 7, 7 RBIs, 2 home runs, both of those coming in game number 2 where she drove in 5. Game number 1 yesterday, DJ Cannon picked up her 9th win of the season to move to 9-0. She gets the starting game number 1, the sophomore from Fort Worth, Texas. She'll be opposed by Paige Jones, a freshman, who comes in with a 2-3 record. Labette 6-12, but a very deceiving 6-12, as they played a very, very, very tough early season part of the schedule. They are 3-1 in the league coming into this one. Yesterday, in a non-league but regional contest, the Cardinals swept the Heston Larks over in Heston, so the Dragons and the Larks get set to do battle here. We're going to talk with HCC head coach Jamie Rose right after this break. You are watching Blue Dragon Softball. Welcome back to Fun Valley, everybody. Steve Carpenter speaking with Blue Dragon softball coach Jamie Rose before this Jayhawk East doubleheader with the Labette Cardinals. A lot of offense yesterday, but I thought some very timely pitching. You know, DJ Cannon got her 9th win, but Des Schultz came in and did a very nice job out of the pen yesterday. Yeah, both pitchers did a terrific job. DJ did her thing and was able to keep them off balance. And then in game 2, Bryn got in a little bit of trouble, and Des was able to come in and shut him down, and that was key because we were playing from behind there for a while. Offensively, 33 combined hits and plenty of run support for the pitchers. It just seems like the offense really clicking right now. But what I was most impressed with yesterday was the approach. That one was howling out to left, but yet nobody was swinging for the fences. A lot of opposite field hits. Just a great approach yesterday. It was the most disciplined I've seen us at the plate all year. Their approach was solid. They sprayed the ball to all parts of the field, and continued it through all 10 innings. The best we've hit all year. So today, Labette comes in. Labette, always one of the powers in the Jayhawk East in the Region 6. What can you tell us about them? Record a little bit deceiving, I'm guessing. Yeah, I definitely think their record is deceiving. They played a lot of tough Oklahoma schools early, so their record probably isn't what it normally would be, but they're always Labette. They're a very good team, very well coached, and you're going to have to play well. You got to play solid in all 3 aspects to beat them. Probably the one thing that, and I was talking with Ben Whitsitt about this, back-to-back days, the second day hasn't been always the strongest this season for you guys. So is that something that's been discussed, or you just need to go out and play and see what happens? It's been discussed multiple times. We tell them over and over that, the championships are won on game 2. So for us to be able to come back and put a good performance together today is really a key for us to take
go deep in the postseason, I think.
Well, best of luck today. Let's go get a couple and talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
The thoughts of HEC head coach Jamie Rose back with the starting lineups in this afternoon's opening pitch. This is Blue Dragon softball.
Welcome back to Fun Valley, everybody. Steve Carpenter with you. Managers meeting about to happen with Blue Dragon head coach Jamie Rose and 14th year Labette head coach Ryan Phillips. Let's get to the starting lineups for game number 1. First for the Cardinals, 6-12 overall, 3-1 in the Jayhawk East. Michaela Malo will lead it off and play center field for the Cardinals. Batting second and playing third base, Abby Fluman. Left fielder Megan Taylor bats third. She'll be followed by the cleanup hitter and catcher, Gwen Smalley. Macy Williams bats fifth. She'll be at second base. Laura Pineda, the six-hole hitter. Pineda out of Lyons, Kansas. She plays first base. Batting seventh as a designated hitter, Abby Westmoreland. Peyton Nye is the shortstop, batting eighth. And Emily Harrell will play right field and bat ninth. Starting pitcher in game number 1 for the Cardinals is freshman Paige Jones. She comes in with a record of 2-3. So for the Cardinals, it's Malo, Fluman, Taylor, Smalley, Williams, Pineda, Westmoreland, Nye, Harrell, and Paige Jones in the circle. For the Blue Dragons, real quickly, as we get near the national anthem, Izzy Godinez will lead it off and play shortstop. Ashton Reynolds in center field bats second. DJ Cannon moved up to the 3 slot today. She's a starting pitcher. Raven Bass not available today, just for precautionary measures with a leg injury. Batting fourth will be the cleanup hitter and the hottest dragon of them all right now, Kiara DeCrane. Bryn Stockman bats fifth and plays right field. Batting sixth will be the catcher, Cameron Pope. Shelby Felbus bats seventh and plays second base. Natalie Semmel will get the start at first base in place of Raven Bass. She bats eighth. And Becca Roberts bats ninth and plays left field. So for Jamie Rose's Blue Dragons, it'll be Godinez, Reynolds, Cannon, DeCrane, Stockman, and Pope, Felvis, Semmel, and Roberts. So the Dragons riding a 6-game win streak with a record of 16-2 overall, 3-1. Labette in at 6-12, 3-1 in conference play. Again, the Blue Dragons will be without one Raven Bass. They'll take some of the pop out of the lineup and stress the Dragons to continue to do it other ways. We talked about in the pregame show with Jamie Rose the approach that the Dragons had against Coffeyville yesterday. The wind was absolutely blowing out over left field or to left field in the 30s with gusts into the 50s. And yet nobody was swinging for the fences. Numerous opposite field singles, including the power hitters. Raven Bass had a couple of hits to right center field. Just a tremendous approach, and they need to do it again today against a very good Labette team. Again, a very deceiving record for Labette, coming in at 6-12 as they play a very, very tough early season non-conference schedule going through the state of Oklahoma. Well, we're waiting as the managers' meeting still is going on. The Jayhawk Conference standings to this point. Johnson County is 6-0 in league play, 11-7 overall. Highland, ranked number 4 in the country, is 4-0 and 13-2. Cali is 4-0 at 13-10. Those two teams do battle this afternoon. And I believe that game is in Arc City. Dragons, Fort Scott, Labette all tied for 4th at 3-1. And then Cloud County, Coffeyville, Neosho are all 1-3. Independence 0-2, Allen 0-4, and KCK is 0-6. The lineup's being announced right now. Labette, let's check their early season schedule. We talked about it being a very, very tough schedule. Those numbers pop up, and yesterday they defeated Heston by the scores of 3-0 and 8-0. The Dragons swept Heston on Tuesday here at Fun Valley. But early on in the season, the Cardinals were very competitive in a doubleheader loss to NOC Enid, lost 6-5 and 5-3. That 6-5 loss in 8 innings. They swept Neosho County to open their conference play. Lost to Murray State 10-2 and 4-0. Then went over to Missouri to play a couple games. Lost to Division II Power Kirkwood 5-0. Defeated Southeast Community College out of Nebraska 14-7. And then split with Fort Scott this past Tuesday, winning 12-1 and 3-2. So the Cardinals, a 351 hitting team. They have 10 home runs on the year. Pitching-wise, Cardinals with a very solid 4.42 ERA. We're going to take a break for the national anthem. Back with this afternoon's first pitch right after this. Welcome back to Fun Valley, everybody. The national anthem taking place, and now sophomore lefty DJ Cannon begins her warm-up tosses for this game number 1 showdown with the Labette Cardinals. Both teams come in with a record of league play. The numbers on Cannon. She got her 9th win of the year yesterday, 9-0 record now. 10th start, 12th overall appearance. She has 1 save and 2 shots. 7 complete games and a minuscule 1.16. The 3rd innings pitch, Cannon has struck out 74 and walked 19. She had 5 strikeouts and no walks yesterday in a 5-inning complete game victory over the here on a gorgeous afternoon for softball. Again, a bit coolish. And I need to answer this phone call. We'll be right back. 1-1. Slice foul. And it's 1-2. It is much more comfortable sitting out here yesterday. The wind was absolutely horrific. Wasn't quite being pointed straight out and stiff. Wind blowing out toward right field. What wind there is. 4-game set with a bit dismayed with the strike zone. So DeCrane steps in with an RBI opportunity. Wind in the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. DeCrane's batting average went up 82 points yesterday. One slice foul and she hits out of an 0-2 hole. She started the day at 327. After the 3 for 3, she was 365. And then after going 4 for 4 in game 2, 4-11. She has hit in 3 of the last 4 games. She went hitless in the second Heston game. Got her swinging there, so her streak of 7 hits in a row snapped. 2 outs in the inning. Good pitch from Jones. Worked her outside, then jammed her inside, and Kiara couldn't lay off. Now it's going to need a 2-out hit from Bryn Stockman. Dragons had plenty of 2-out hits yesterday. Pitch taken low, ball 1 to Bryn. Bryn Stockman hitting .362 for the year. 7 doubles, a triple, 16 RBIs, 21 total hits. Foul back off the catcher's mask, and it's 1-1. Yesterday, Stockman was 5 for 7. She was hot in her own right. Couple of doubles, 2 RBIs. She saw her average go up 48 points. Now hitting .362. She has a 5-game hitting streak and a 5-game multi-hit hitting streak on the line today. Pitch taken in, and it's 2-1. Just underway, first of 2 on a much more comfortable afternoon for softball. The pitch. That one's hit to right center field and well. This has got a chance, and it's gone. 3-run home run for Bryn Stockman, and the Dragons take a 3-0 lead. Another opposite field shot. That for Bryn, her first home run of the year. RBI 17, 18, and 19, and the Dragons are on top 3-0. More 2-out hitting for Hutchinson. Reynolds and Cannon score ahead of her, and the Dragons have a 3-0 lead with Cameron Pope stepping to the plate. That pitch was over the outer half and elevated, and Bryn got every bit of it.
Number 21, Cameron Pope.
Now Cam Pope steps in, hitting an even .400, 24 for 60, 6 doubles and 7 RBIs. She takes a little bit upstairs for ball 1. The Dragons hit their 21st home run. The wind and the pitch, way outside, 2-0. Jones looks in for the sign, and now into the wind. Cam was taking you all the way. It's a strike on the outer half. The pitch. Strike at the letters, 2-2. Keep you up to date on baseball from El Dorado. Denny Steckline down there. Time called. Now Gwen Smalley and Paige Jones want to make sure they're on the same page. Bryn Stockman, a 2-out, 3-run home run. The Dragons were impressive with 2 outs yesterday. There's a line shot that pulled foul. Cam just couldn't keep the hands back long enough. You can see her trying to pull back. She recognizes the change, but it had drifted far enough inside, and she'd pulled the trigger and yanked it foul. Great recognition. Just couldn't get the hands slowed down enough, or that would have dropped in for a hit. 2-2 to Pope. The pitch. Fouled out of play again. This has become a 34-pitch inning for Paige Jones. And again, that goes to the hitting approach we talked about yesterday. The pitch. Way high and back to the screen, and Pope runs the count full. That's now 3 batters of 6 faced that Paige Jones has worked the count full. The pitch. High fly to right field. Harrell has it tracked, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Ben Strockman delivers. 3-run home run. Dragons 3 runs, 2 hits, nobody left. After 1, it's Hutchinson 3 and Labette nothing. The crowd continues to grow at Fun Valley on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon. There was a camp So evidently our home plate umpire having a rather heated discussion, and he was going to come back and tell us something, but evidently the coaches are now required to be inside the dugout throughout the entire duration of the game. There was a switch this year. In fact, if I can get Nathan, pan down the side where you can see where the coaches are sitting there. I want just real quick and go back. Nathan's going to pan down. See where the coaches are sitting? Go right there. That's where the coaches are sitting if he's got the camera over. Turn it a little more to the right. There you go. That's where the coaches are sitting this year. They have designated spots. Go ahead and go back now. And last year, Jamie Rose got into a heated argument with one of the umpires about the buckets being right behind the on-deck circle when the team was on defense. So the change was made. And now Ryan Phillips was in quite a discussion with our home plate umpire about just that. So here we go, top of the second inning. Glenn Smalley, the catcher. DJ Cannon worked a 1-2-3 first inning. And first pitch is popped to right center field on the run, diving, and Stockman can't come up with it. But Reynolds gets over to hold it to a single. A great effort, a long run by Bryn Stockman, and she just missed a web gem type catch. So Smalley singles to start the second. The first hit for the Cardinals, and Macy Williams, the second baseman, will be the batter. So a little fireworks between innings. We didn't catch all of it. So Labette has their first base runner. Slow roller left side, could be trouble. Godinez fields, throws, high throw. Nice play over there by Natalie Semmel to hold the bag. Smalley moves up to second, one away, so 2 pitches and a lot of action happening. Now Smalley at second, one away for first baseman Laura Pineda out of Lyons, Kansas. Pineda hitting .264 for the year. She has a home run, 8 RBIs, 14 total hits, 6 runs scored. Showing bunt. Now pulling back, Cumpacker right to Cannon. They have the runner, Smalley, caught between a rundown. Cannon flips to Godinez, and she's out. Nice play by DJ. She went right at the runner, made her commit, then tossed to Godinez for the tag for out number 2. So that takes the runner out of scoring position. A runner at first, 2 away for the designated player, Abby Westmoreland. Westmoreland hitting .294, a home run and 3 RBIs. Cannon into the wind and misses the outside corner, ball 1. On the bases, Labette this year, 44 out of 51 in steals. Pineda at first base, a perfect 4 for 4. The pitch, swung through and missed, and it's 1-1. You could tell early on that Ryan Phillips was not pleased with our home plate umpire, and I didn't get their names. My apologies. Some other things going on, didn't quite get everything taken care of. Swing and a miss on a rise ball, and it's 1-2. And I wasn't sure what was happening. All of a sudden, the home plate umpire turned to me. That's why I turned the sound back down to hear him. And then it got heated. Fouled out of play. Now, just for purposes of making sure everybody's on the same page, Ryan Phillips is still in the game. He is still sitting on the bucket right at the dugout door on the third base side, but not in the third base coaching box. 1-2 to Westmoreland. Ball hit ball left field. It is high off the wall. Roberts gets it in quickly. There's going to be a play at the plate. The throw is high, and the runner is safe. Moving up to third is Pineda. There'll be a double and an error charged on Izzy Godinez. They had a chance to get Westmoreland. Pineda scored. They had a chance to get her, but the throw was high. Labette's on the board. Now trailing 3-1. That didn't miss a home run by much. It was about 2/3 of the way up the wall. Becca Roberts played it perfectly. So Izzy Godinez commits an error on the throw, allowing the runner to go to third. Strike called to Peyton Nye, the shortstop. Nye hitting .326. A couple of home runs and 9 RBIs. That pitch misses, and it's 1-1. So 3-1 the score now. That breaking pitch from Screwball from Cannon misses, and it's 2-1. Got to meet DJ's dad yesterday. A very pleasant, but albeit quick conversation as we were tearing down. Always like to meet the parents of the players. That pitch misses, and it's 3-1. Runner at third, 2 away. Pitch misses high, ball 4. DJ gives up her first walk, and now will face Emily Harrell, the 9-hole hitter. And normally, a Ryan Phillips 9-hole hitter, pretty adept at hitting. Usually a slapper, as it appears Harrell is. Tying runs are on base now for the Cardinals. Lefty-lefty matchup, the pitch. Strike inside corner. We'll keep an eye on Nye over at first. She has 5 steals and 6 attempts. Cam pegged 1 runner on base yesterday, trying to move up on a wild pitch. Tap to right side, fielded by Semmel. She hesitates. Second baseman Shelby Felvis couldn't get over to the bag. It'll be an infield single. And a run scores, and Labette's now within one of the Dragons at 3-2. The only thing that Natalie did wrong was hesitate. She should have just went right to the bag, so it goes an infield single and an RBI. Westmoreland scores. Now it's 3-2. Runners at first and second, 2 away, and it's back to the top of the order. That run will be unearned, but if it's another hit, it becomes earned. Right now, Canada's not worried about that. She wants to get out of this jam. Malo grounded right back to Canada her first time. Takes a little pitch a little bit low. And it's 2-0. Saw DJ yesterday after the first inning battle her control in spots. That pitch is pop foul out of play. Now it's 2-1. These two teams have had some battles over the years, especially in the last three. The pitch. High chopper to Felvis. She fields from her knees, throws to first in time, and the inning is over. That wasn't typical or a routine play. Felvis had to field on a high hop, and Harrell ran right in front of her. Didn't interfere with her, mind you. But then Shelby went to her knees and made a strong throw to first base to end the inning. Labette gets 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on. After an inning and a half, it is now the Dragons 3 and the Cardinals 2. Typical Hutch-Labette battle through an inning and a half. Hutchinson with a 3-2 lead. Bryn Stockman a 3-run home run for Hutchinson. And then the Cardinals strike back for 2 runs in the top of the second. One of those runs unearned. And Shelby Felvis will lead off the bottom of the second inning for Hutchinson.
The second baseman, number 4,
The only Dragon yesterday who really didn't share in the offensive prosperity. She swings and fouls one back to start the second inning. Felvis hitting .339 with 19 hits, 5 doubles, and 16 RBIs. She was 0 for 6 yesterday with a run scored and a stolen base. Takes a changeup for a strike, and she's down in the count 0-2. Shelby had a couple early errors in game 2 yesterday that led to early exit for Bryn Stockman in the circle. So takes high ball 1. She made a nice play to end the top of the second on a high chopper with a runner running right in front of her. She fielded, then went to her knees and made a strong throw to end the inning. Reaching for that one, fouls it back, hits the facade and nearly clips a fan. There are enough quirky little projections here at Fun Valley. You've got to watch those foul balls. If they kick off of something, they can come back and bite you. Ground ball right to the first baseman, Pineda. 1 step to the bag, and Felvis is retired. 1 out for Natalie Semmel. She did not play yesterday. Semmel making her 5th start. 8th overall game, hitting .200, 3 for 15. A double, a home run, and 4 RBIs for the freshman. Strike 1 from Paige Jones. Jones really made just 1 mistake in that first inning. Got a pitch elevated to Bryn Stockman, and it went out of the field to right center. That's off the foot. Deflects to the second baseman. She picks up and throws and gets her. Paige looks okay, but Macy Williams gets the assist. It'll be a 1-4-3. Ryan Phillips is going to come out and check on his pitcher. We've seen that more than our share this year. If you remember on opening day, DJ Cannon took one off the side of the knee. From here, at the moment it happened, it looked like it was straight on her knee, and you could hear the pop from all the way up here. It was more of a glancing blow on the side. Obviously, DJ has not had any ill effects from that moment way back on February 8th. Looks like Page is okay. That's good to see. Got to remember in softball, you're only at point of release 41, 40 feet, maybe even 39 away if you have a long stride. Pitching rubbers at 43 feet. Remember, back in the day, it used to be 40. So that release point would be at about 36, 37.
The left fielder, number 8, Becca Roberts.
Here's the Dragon 9-hole hitter, Becca Roberts. 2-run inside the park home run yesterday. Taking a strike over the outer half. Becca hitting .286, 12 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 10 RBIs. She is one of 5 Dragons with 10 or more driven in so far. Pitch outside. That's 1-1. Becca then is back to the top of the order. Winding the pitch. Slap foul. It's 1-2. Just enough of a wind today to make it chilly. We said elevated a little bit. It's a little bit better down on the ground. Well, we're hearing the wind. There's not much movement to the flag, so it might be swirling a little bit here out of the valley. Rise ball upstairs, and it's 2-2. Dragons 3, Labette 2, bottom of the second. Curveball misses, and now it's a full count. Dragons have worked the pitch count to Paige Jones. She's just delivered her 48th pitch of the afternoon. Here's the payoff. Slap foul just outside of third. So it'll most definitely be a 50-pitch, 2-inning stretch for Paige. And coming in with a record of 2-3, but a very good 4.5 ERA. It's funny how the times have changed. 4.5 ERAs used to be atrocious in the games of baseball and softball. High ball forward. Roberts works a 2-out walk, liable to see her in motion. She leads the team with 7 stolen bases. The Dragons are 28 for 28. And Izzy Godinez, the batter. Izzy popped up to short her first time.
Number 20, Izzy Godinez.
Remember that torrid start she got off to, going 7 for her first 7. Hits one to right field pretty well. Harold going back, sees at the wall, and it's gone! Izzy Godinez, an opposite field 2-run home run, again with 2 outs, and the Dragons build their lead back to 3. It's 5-2. Whatever Ben Whitsitt and Jamie Rose is feeding the girls before games, keep feeding them because the hitting approach is impressive. Roberts scores ahead of Godinez. Each team now has 3 hits, but 2 of the Hutch hits have left the yard. And the Dragons reclaim a 5-2 lead. That's Godinez's second home run, the first one to leave the yard, though. Blue Dragons softball down 2-0 after 2 in El Dorado. It's a 7-inning game. It's strike 1 to Ashton Reynolds, who walked and scored her first time. She scored ahead of Bryn Stockman's 3-run home run that came with 2 outs. Foul tip, strike 1, excuse me. Jamie Rose had an inkling coming into the season this offense was going to be pretty special. So far to this point it has been. Change up way upstairs. Ashton not all that tall. And she's ahead in the count 2-1. The pitch. Well hit to center. Going back is Malo. She chases it down just short of the track and the inning is over. Izzy Godinez, though, a 2-out, 2-run home run, 2 runs, 1 hit, and nobody left after 2. Our new score, Dragons 5 and the Cardinals 2. Pair of home runs by the Blue Dragons. Bryn Stockman, a 3-run clout in the first. Izzy Godinez, a 2-run shot in the second. And it's 5-2 Hutchinson after 2. So DJ Cannon will take the circle again for the second time with a 3-run lead. Labette struck back with 2 in the top of the second. Abby Westmore with an RBI double. It's hit high off the wall. And then she scored on Emily Harrell's infield single. And made it 3-2, and then Godinez struck in the bottom half. Cannon threw 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. First pitch swing is popped up by Fluman, and it lands out of play. Abby Fluman struck out her first time. The pitch. Curveball of beauty. She took something off of it as well. Worked like a changeup, but it actually moved in, so it's nothing in 2. The pitch. Screwball away, 1-2. Nice setup pitch. She used the curveball on 0-1. A very slow curveball, then came back with a hard screwball away, but Fluman wouldn't bite. Still Cannon up in the count 1-2. Struck her out. 1 away here in the Cardinal third. 3 strikeouts for Cannon. Like I said, 1-1.
Fielder number 21, Megan Taylor.
Here's Megan Taylor, strikeout victim, her first time. The crowd, maybe the largest of the year. Great to see. Change up. Drops right over the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. Cannon twice this year has reached 10 or more strikeouts. Strike outside corner. Good pitch. It's 0-2 to Taylor. Cannon actually had 2 wins last year against the Cardinals. 1 in the regular season, 1 in the postseason. Cannon tried to expand the zone, and Taylor wouldn't bite. Now it's 1-2. Taylor showing bunt. Guarantee she'll pull back. And she lets it down the right field line, and it's going to hook away from Bryn Stockman and land foul. Yesterday, there was a better than average chance that thing would have blown right back to Bryn, the way the wind was moving the ball. Coffeyville's right fielder got bit by the wind. She had one lined up, and all of a sudden, about 10 feet from her, a gust of wind took it about 10 feet to her right. Out of play again to the right. It remains 1-2 to Megan Taylor. The game yesterday, the wind had an effect, but not as big as you might think. Change it. Hard hit ball right to third. Kiara Crane fields and throws. Big stretch by Semmel, and there's 2 away. Two up, 2 down for catcher Gwen Smalley. Gwen started the second inning with a single. Each team with 3 hits. 2 of the Dragon hits, home runs. Strike on the outside corner. Few high white clouds, no chance of precipitation. That's expected to move in tomorrow. Good changeup from Cannon, swung through and missed. Smalley down in the count, 0-2. Was watching the weather this morning on Channel 12, and they said we might get an inch of rain by the end of Monday. It's so needed around here. This infield at Fun Valley is so hard. Cannon tried the outside corner, sailed outside, and it's 1-2 to Smalley. It has been so long since we've had any measurable precipitation. Very little snow this year. Not once did I have to pull the snow shovel out. 1-2 pitch. Got her swinging. It's a 1-2-3 third inning for DJ Cannon with a pair of strikeouts. We head to the bottom of the third. Dragons 5 and the Cardinals 2. Welcome back to Fun Valley, everybody. This wraps up 5 straight days of baseball, softball coverage on the network. Schedule reminder for you for all Blue Dragon softball fans. Next Wednesday's doubleheader with the Sterling JV moved up to Tuesday. Because of that, we will be unable to broadcast those doubleheaders. That'll be the same afternoon where the Blue Dragon men's basketball team opens its NJCAA tournament run. They play at noon against Cape Fear at the Sports Arena. And also scheduled on that day was Blue Dragon baseball against Cowley from Hobart Detter. Because of the game move, adding a third game onto an already busy work schedule, we'll be unable to broadcast those games. Our apologies for that. DJ Cannon swings and misses at the first offering from Paige Jones to start the third. Jones has allowed a couple of home runs. Cannon swings and fouls it straight back at us. It's 0-2. DJ singled. Went up the box with a full count pitch. And reached ahead of Brent Stockman's 3-run home run in the first. That changeup drops in a little bit low, and it's 1-2. Next weekend, the Dragons, I believe the schedule takes them to Johnson County and Fort Scott on the road. Hard hit ball pulled foul right past head coach Jamie Rose. And the next pitch delivered by Paige Jones will be her 60th. And we're just a few pitches into the third inning. This is something the Dragons did yesterday and actually have done all week since returning home. Run up really high pitch counts on opposing pitchers. The pitch. Called strike 3. Good pitch. One away. That is the second strikeout for Paige Jones. The first strikeout came at the hands of Kiara DeCrane.
Third baseman number 16, Kiara DeCrane.
Again, 7 for 7 yesterday. Had a 2-home run game. Drove in a combined 7. Breaking pitch in for a strike. And I have yet to see Jones throw anything but movement pitches to Kiara. Change up. Oh, they say she went it down. Are you kidding me? Wow. 0-2 the count to DeCrane. Call it just went against them. Pretty much a textbook check swing. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 straight strikeouts for Jones here in the third, but right now that's where the Dragons want to be with 2 outs. They have struck for 5 runs, all with 2 outs. Brent Stockman, the batter. That home run was Stockman's first of the year. It was an opposite field shot just to the right of the scoreboard in right center. Change up, low, ball 1. Kind of wish we didn't have the roof right above us. I'd like a little bit of sunlight. I think there's at least a 15-degree temperature difference between the sun and the shade. Foul back, good swing by Stockman. It's 1-1. Game 2 will be about 25 minutes after the completion of this one. Good curveball for a strike, and it's 1-2. Jones has pretty good command of the inner half with that curveball. Good late breaking pitch. Now she's ahead of the count, 1-2 on Stockman. Ground ball left side, backhanded stop by Nye, but the speed of Brent Stockman beats it out, an infield single. And the Dragons yet to go down in order. Now Cameron Pope. Stockman 2 for 2. She's 7 for her last 9 now. Cameron flew out to right her first time up. Entering the afternoon, Cam was one of 8 hitters hitting 400 better. Check swing foul. Last year, Pope was the full-time starting third baseman in a very solid freshman season. And has continued that into her sophomore year. Slice foul, and she's down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. That pitch misses. The movement effect wasn't going to be effective. Cam pops one up. A lot of people won't count. So Macy Williams, 2 swings and 2 outs. She first pitch swung her first time up and grounded Izzy Godinez. One away for first baseman Laura Pineda. Pineda reached on a fielder's choice in the second and scored. Cannon's first pitch all the way back to the screen. Over the head of everybody, and it's ball 1. Blue Dragon women's basketball team boarded the bus and headed for Lubbock this afternoon. 2-0, Pineda checks her swing. They check down. Indeed, she did, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to the Cardinal first baseman. Blue Dragon women in that large participant in the women's national tournament. Their 8th overall tournament appearance, 7th under John Otches. Now 3-0 to Pineda. They will open at 2 o'clock on Monday against San Jacinto North, and that program's last season of basketball. San Jacinto's cut their programs all but baseball, softball. 1 out walk to Laura Pineda on 4 pitches. So a little bit of speed on the base paths for the Cardinals. There's Abby Westmoreland, the second baseman. She just missed a home run her last time up. Hit it high up the wall in left field. Missed me maybe 2 feet. Drove in a run and eventually scored on an infield single by Harrell. Screwball just misses. DJ hasn't been particularly consistent with that pitch. I think the Cardinals have recognized a little bit. They're up on the plate. That pitch misses low, and it's 2-0. That's 6 straight out of the zone for Cannon, and Cameron Pope is going to go have a quick word. Cannon next year signed to go to the University of Missouri, Kansas City. That will be a great fit for her. The wind and the 2-0. And there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count now to Westmoreland. Dragons with a 5-2 lead here in the top of the 4th, game number 1. Line to center and down for a hit. Reynolds gets it back in. Pineda stops at second. That is the 4th hit surrendered by DJ Cannon. Westmoreland now 2 for 2. And now the shortstop Peyton Nye, who walked her last time up. If you sit here, it's a little bit chilly, and especially in the shade, and I'm kind of in that, and that wind's blowing right over my shoulder again. I have about 3 layers on. Upstairs. Cannon's worked 1, 2, 3 innings where she's been very sharp in the first and the third. In even number innings, she struggled a little bit with her command. Pitch upstairs, 2-0. There's a strike. Crowd continues to grow. Still people walking in, which is awesome to see. Maybe the biggest in a couple of years out here. I wouldn't chase that rise ball, and it's 3-1. Now, here's a little something weird just happened. I'm going to explain it to you. The pitch was delivered, and then Nye looks like she swung that. She released it, and the swing came through the zone. That became the question. Somebody in the crowd actually yelled she swung, and it even took me. I double clutched on looking at it. The ball was definitely in Cameron Pope's glove when the bat went through the zone. So Jamie Rose has it at least to the point where our umpires are going to discuss it. One thing that, from all my years of playing and umpiring, when is it no longer a swing once the pitch is delivered? That little rule has evaded me. Pitch was delivered in Pope's glove, and then the bat came through the zone looking like a swing. Amy Rose questioning that, and the discussion continues. Might they overturn this and call this a strike? I would wonder what Ryan Phillips' reaction would be to it. He's already not pleased with our consecutive at bat. Now Emily Harrell.
Right fielder number 12, Emily Harrell.
We pulled the Cardinals within the 3-2 with an single steps in. Bases loaded, 1 out this time though. Harrell batted last time with 2 out. So the Dragons 5-2. Here's the pitch. Didn't miss by much. Stockman lays off a right. It's 1-2. Both pitchers have been pretty good about trying really wasting the pitch, making it. Pitching on the hands up in the infield. Second baseman Macy Williams now into the grass, makes the catch, and the Dragons are turned away in the 5th. No runs, a hit, 1 left. The Dragons have stranded 3 through 5 innings. On to the 6th inning at Fun Valley. It's Hutchinson 5 and Labette 4. Laura Pineda, Abby Westmoreland, and Peyton Nye in the Labette 6th against DJ Cannon. The even number innings have given DJ all kinds of fits today. She is a perfect 9 for 9 in the odd number innings, but she's allowed 4 runs and 5 hits in the even number innings. All told, Cannon's pitching line through 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 1 wild pitch. Laura Pineda has scored twice, reached on the fielder's choice and walked, and this again scored 2 runs, and it's strike 1 from the Dragon left-handed sophomore. Pineda's showing bunt as she always does. She'll pull back, and it's a changeup missing outside, 1-1. Coach Ray Geary calling the pitches. New to the Dragon staff this year, and benefited this Dragon staff immeasurably in a positive way. Foul back off the screen. And it bounces and near the Dragon stands along the first base side. Cannons up in the count on Pineda, 0-2. Dragons have now gone scoreless in 3 consecutive innings. That has been a rarity of late. Change up, hit high down the left field line. Roberts giving chase in the foul territory, and it lands just out of play. Got a couple of kids. If camera jumps on you, got a couple of kids running up and down the stairs here on the center stands. The concession stand is located up above us. Pitch, got her swinging, 1 away. Pineda chases a rise ball. There's now 7 strikeouts for Cannon. And there's Abby Westmoreland. 2 for 2, a single, an RBI, and a double and a run scored. Westmoreland wouldn't bite on a very good changeup that misses a hair low. 1-0 to the Labette designated player. DJ paints the outside corner for a strike and evens the count at 1-1. Scott Brooks over there and I were hoping for better weather today. We're with our stocking caps and hoodies. We're veterans out here. We know what Fun Valley can be like weather-wise. Pitch fouled out of play. This is no joke, but you can have a temperature of about 55, 60 degrees in town in Hutchinson. You come out here, and no wind, mind you. You come out here, it'll be 15 degrees cooler when the wind will be blowing at 20 plus. Cannon's 1-2. Popped up, shallow right. Bryn Stockman got it measured, and there's 2 away. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th for shortstop Peyton Nye, who's walked twice.
Shortstop number 1, Peyton Nye.
Start to the Dragons, 6 for Cannon. Wine in the pit there for a strike at the knees. 92 pitches now for DJ Cannon. Nye runs up to bunt, but takes a pitch upstairs for a ball. So the inning continues. The Dragons, Emily Harrell, 2 for 2, a pair of RBIs. Curveball misses high, ball 1. Doesn't have a play. The top of the order. Now the tying run at second base with 3 infield singles. Here right off the plate and trickled out in front about 15 feet. Cam Pope had now top of the order, Michaela Mallow. 0 for 3. She struck out her last time. Tying run at second base here in the 6th with 2 out. Curveball sails outside. Inning should be over. But the Dragons continue to battle here in the top of the 6th. That ball is well hit to deep right center field and gone. Labette has the lead. Pitch right up in the zone, and it was a no-doubter for Mallow. And Labette takes a 7-5 lead on a 3-run, 2-out home run, all 3 runs unearned. And this inning should be over. High pop should be playable for Semmel. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 huge error. The bottom of the 6th inning is now Labette 7 and Hutchinson This is the Dragons. Kayla Malo, a 3-run home run in scoring position. What a flair for the dramatic. Natalie Semmel, 2-run home run. The pitch. As he takes low and it's 2-0. Pitch number 121 for Jones. This is why you love college athletics. Battles like this. This is fun. The pitch. Bunted. Tough one. And the throw to first is down the line. Down the line to score as Roberts. Hutchinson has the lead. Izzy's headed for third. Here's the throw. She is safe. A bunt single. And then a throwing error on the pitcher, Paige Jones. And Diaz goes first to third. Roberts scores and the Dragons lead 8-7. And now we'll have a discussion with Ryan Phillips and our base umpire, Marty Ramirez. So we talked about the Dragons' speed paying dividends. No RBI. The run right now is unearned. But the Dragons have answered back to take the lead. And this large partisan Hutchinson crowd is having a ball right now. Now the umpires are going to get together. I'm not sure what Ryan Phillips, other than the tag play at third, what he would be arguing. Runners called safe, so whatever the argument was, Ryan Phillips did not win the argument and get it overturned. Quite frankly, I'm not 100% sure what the argument was going to be, other than maybe as he ran out of the baseline, and now Marty Ramirez is telling him to get back to the dugout. We've already had a couple of different arguments with Ryan Phillips today, and Ryan has just been tossed. Ryan Phillips has been ejected for the game, which means he will not be around for game number 2. And now the Labette coach is going to come and earn it in earnest. So Ryan Phillips tossed. He will be suspended for the second game, and he's going to get his word in now. Scott Brooks will be heading out to take care of that. First ejection we've seen out of Fun Valley this year. Getting this into the score computer. It was obvious early that Ryan was not happy with the umpiring. And he continues to get his 2 cents in. So Ryan's still out there. We continue to argue. And I may have to step away for a few minutes and help Scott Brooks, but now things appear to be calming down a little bit. Never did understand the argument. We've got fans starting to jaw with other fans, and we're going to take a quick break. Welcome back to Fun Valley. It's pretty tense around here right now. Ashton Reynolds lines one to the shortstop, Peyton Knight, who jumps up and makes the catch. They don't double off Izzy Godinez. So Reynolds robbed again of a hit. Now 2 away for pitcher DJ Cannon. Fans are a little bit on raw nerves, so it's a little bit tense out here. But things seem to be calming down. Ball 1 to Cannon, 2 for 3. Runner at third. Dragons lead 8-7. They've come back from a 7-5 deficit. Natalie Semmel, a 3-run home run. The things erupted after that with Ryan Phillips, who was ejected. There's a strike, and it's 2-1 to Cannon. He questioned the call at third, and then all of a sudden it exploded. And again, Ryan's been angry at the umpiring all afternoon long. 3-1 now to Cannon. To Crane on deck. It is not my call to say right or wrong. It's just that he's been angry with them. Here's the 3-1. Strike called, full count to Cannon. Here's the payoff to DJ. To the high to center, toward right center. Malo has it measured and makes the catch, and the inning is over. Big inning for the Dragons, though. 3 runs, 3 hits, the 3-run homer by Natalie Semmel. We head to the 7th. It is 8-7 Hutchinson. Natalie Semmel re-enters the game at second base. Eight, 7 Blue Dragons, 7th inning rolls around. This thing's got a little tense. 3, 4, and 5 here in the 7th for Labette. They try to rally again. First pitch from DJ Cannon is popped up. Izzy Godinez back a few steps. Got it, 1 away. So we will not wrap up like we normally do. I'm going to have to get down and help out with a little bit of crowd control. So we will cut away. We'll wrap up the game at the start of game number 2. My apologies, but also being an administrator on site with Scott Brooks, that is paramount. Gwen Smalley, the batter, 1 for 3. And it's pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Foul back, big cut. Cannon has been spotless in the odd number innings. He's retired 10 in a row in the first, third, fifth, and now 7th. Even number innings have been nightmarish. 6th inning should have been quiet, but an error opened up the floodgates. Strike called, 1 and 2. Check that 1 and 1. It is 1 and 2. Again, things got a little discombobulated. The wind and the 1-2. Line drive right field toward the corner. And Bryn Stockman hustles over to hold Smalley to a single. She's the tying run. Nice piece of hitting. Hutch is out hit Labette 9-8. Each team is stranded 4. And now will be second baseman Macy Williams. We'll get a pincher runner at first base, I believe, for Gwen Smalley. It will be Jordan Steiger, a freshman outfielder. Has 1 stolen base. Again, she is the tying run. So Macy Williams on the afternoon, 0 for 3. Again, recapping after the 3-run home run hit by Natalie Semmel. One couple of batters later, Ryan Phillips questioned a call at third base. Both umpires got together, and then it escalated from there, and Ryan Phillips was ejected from the game. He will not be available to the Cardinals in game number 2. It's a little bit high, ball 1. Upstairs 2-0. Dragons 2 outs away from their 7th consecutive win, but Labette's going to make them work for it. These two teams have come back on each other all afternoon long. Very compelling softball. 3-0. Pitch number 108 for Cannon. She's walked a couple today. Here's the cripple. Taking all the way. It's 3-0. 3-1 to Williams. So it appears Peace has once again come to Fun Valley. 3-1 pitch. Strike called, full count. So Cannon comes back from 3-0 down to run the count full on Macy Williams. A runner at first, 1 away, 8-7 Hutchinson. The pitch. Pop foul out of play. Crazy afternoon of softball. And this is still just game number 1. Three-two. Popped up. Could be playable, but it just gets out of play. Off to the right. Natalie Semmel got to the fence and was unable to make a play on it. Once again, do a 3-2 pitch to Macy Williams. Cannon into the wind. Low ball 4. Steiger, the pinch runner, moves to second. She's the tying run now. Laura Pineda, the first baseman.
First baseman number 22, Laura Pineda.
Pineda 0 for 2, but she scored 2 runs, reached on a fielder's choice in the second and scored, walked in the fourth and scored. Struck out in the 6th. Cannon battling for her 10th win of the year. Hard hit ground ball. This is going to tie the game up. Rounding third is Steiger to score it. Going first to third is Williams, and we're tied at 8. So Pineda delivers on a single up the middle, and the go-ahead run now just 60 feet away. The infield will get together and discuss a little bit of strategy. So a wild game here at Fun Valley. Here's Abby Westmoreland. Strike on the outside corner. DJ went for the corner and missed, and it's 1-1. Labette hasn't chased many pitches out of the zone. One of DJ's normal tactics, he gets teams to swing at pitches just off the plate. There's a strike, 1-2. DJ could use the strikeout. Tied at 8, the Dragons will hit in the bottom of the 7th. Change up, foul tipped. Cam Pope couldn't hold on. Westmoreland stays alive. It's been kind of a missed opportunity game for Hutch. Curveball foul off the foot. 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to left field, and Labette has the lead. Westmoreland comes through to drive in Williams. She has her 3rd hit of the game. Labette has 10, and it is now 9-8. They'll bring up Peyton Nye, the shortstop. Fouled straight back. Where DJ has had her moments of brilliance today, she's also struggled. A very uneven performance. Once again, trails. Here's the 0-1. Pitch gets away. That'll be a pass ball on Pope, and the runners move up. Unraveling a little bit on the Dragons here in the 7th. It's a little bit outside. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. a high pop. Should get out of play. Off to the right, and it does over the Dragon dugout. You wonder what's going through the mind of DJ Cannon. She looks absolutely angry at herself right now. She has missed some spots today, and it's burned her. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Labette's bus pulled into the back of the complex, and that's a no-no. I believe they're moving now. Ryan Phillips is not even supposed to be on the main complex, and if he's in that bus is on the main complex. Strike called to Harrell, who's 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Fouled straight back, and it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Curveball roll along third, but foul. The 0-2. It's a shallow center. Here comes Reynolds. She's got it, and the inning is over. Couple of runs, though, come across. RBI singles by Pineda and Westmoreland. 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 left. Dragons need to rally again. Now trailing Labette 9-7, heading into the home half of the 7th of Fun Valley. Yeah, we've seen a little bit of everything here today. This is only game number 1. Blue Dragons and the Labette Cardinals. Labette leads 9-8. Last at bats for the Dragons. Gwen Smalley re-enters in the lineup to catch. It'll be Kiara DeCrane, Brent Stockman, Cameron Pope, the middle third of the Dragon order here in the bottom of the 7th. Dragons need 1 to extend it, 2 to win it. DeCrane is 0 for 3, but she lined out to center field her last time up. A couple of strikeouts against Paige Jones. Late on that pitch, and it's 0-1 as Paige Jones now at 131 pitches for the afternoon. Dragons have rallied all day. Pitch taken a little bit low, 1-1. Hutch has hit 3 home runs, but still have to come from behind. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Blue Dragon baseball falls 5-4 in game 1 at El Dorado. They got down 5-1 and just missed the comeback win. 1-2 to DeCrane. Change up high, 2-2. Kiara wouldn't bite. 8 home runs for DeCrane. She had 2 home runs yesterday. Right now, if you're a Blue Dragon, you just need base runners. Low full count. Didn't miss by much. Large crowd on hand, which is great to see. Fans need to remember to stay fans. 3-2 pitch, pulled foul, and we'll do it again. Hutch led by 3 runs twice. 3-0 and 5-2. Then they led 7 or 8-7 on Natalie Semmel's 3-run home run. Line drive, right field, that's down for a hit. So the tying run's on, an opposite field single for DeCrane, her first hit. Hits are now tied 10 apiece. And it'll be Bryn Stockman, the batter. Stockman, a 3-run home run in the first. She singled in the third, 2 for 3.
Bryn Stockman.
Takes high, ball 1. There's a curveball from Jones. Catches the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tying run at first base in Kiara DeCrane. She singled the lead off the bottom of the 7th. Absolutely crazy afternoon at Fun Valley so far. More fireworks hopefully to come if you're a Blue Dragon. High pop to center. Playable from Malo. She's got it, and there's a first out of the Dragon 7th. Now Cam Pope. Pope 1 for 2 with a walk. She has scored a run. Each team with 10 hits, each team with 2 errors. And for the Blue Dragons, you go back to the 6th inning.
Pitcher number 21, Cameron Pope.
They look to be out of it. It's ball 1. The pitch, taking a little low, snapped over to first. Back in the Crane standing. .142 pitches now for Paige Jones. The Dragons have worked a hefty pitch count on her. Pitch popped up and it'll get back out of play. 2-1 to Cameron. These teams part of a 3-way tie for 4th at 3-1 in league play. The pitch, hard hit ball foul, and it's full 2, or it's 2-2 now. Cam does have some pop. She just hasn't had a home run yet this year. As dramatic as this game has been, don't be surprised. Two-two pitch. Lined foul outside of first. Wind blowing toward the right field corner out of the northeast. Still got a little bit of bite to it. Once again, the 2-2. Popped up. Shallow right. This could be trouble. It drops in, and everybody's going to be safe. It dropped right in between second baseman Macy Williams and right fielder Emily Harrell. Will be a bloop single for Cam Pope. Probably should have been caught. Now Shelby Felvis. She's been pinch hit for once. So she hits, battling a bit of a slump. Showing bunt. Drops one down. It's a good one. Fielded by the third baseman. Bobble, but in time to first. And Jamie Rose is now incensed. So 1-3 sack bunt. Now it's going to take a 2-out hit from Natalie Semmel, who had a dramatic home run back in the 6th. DeCrane at third, Pope at second. Now we're probably going to get a pinch runner for, I believe, Cam Pope, and it will be Bree Johnson pinch running for Cam Pope at second. Now the excitement of this game is going right down to the bitter end. Does Matt have some more heroics in it? Right now, a base knock could win it for the Dragons, at least tie it. Paige Jones now 147 pitches. There hasn't been a sign of any relief work in her future. This is her game. Back and forth battle all the way through. We're down to cases. Runners at second and third, 2 out. 9-8 Labette. Time called and is granted. Paige Jones wasn't ready to throw the pitch. Here we go. Jones gets the sign into the wind. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Both sets of fans ready to explode. Which one will? We're about to find out. They play Semmel the opposite way in center. A huge gap in left center. Pulled foul, and now Semmel's going to have to battle from an 0-2 hole. We've seen Jones work the ladder, throw the curveball in the inside corner. Gwen Small out talking to her pitcher. High drama at Fun Valley. Kiara DeCrane singled. She's at third. Cam Pope blooped one into right field for a hit. She's been pinch hit for. Now Bree Johnson at second. She represents the winning run. Kiara is the tying run at third. Curveball off the plate wide. Labette fans react, but it was well wide. When a catcher has to pull a glove back in to frame it at least 2 inches, you know it's off the plate wide. Now 1-2 to Semmel. Here it is. 2-2. With every pitch, the drama builds. Both teams have very sizable crowd followings here at Fun Valley. Been a fun atmosphere. 2-2. Popped up. Back is the second baseman. She's got it, and Labette wins it by the score of 9-8 in a wild one. Macy Williams makes the catch. And the Dragons drop the opener 9-8. So Hutchinson drops the opener, and they'll look for the split coming up. We'll wrap up game number 1 right after this break. Welcome back. We'll have a real quick wrap-up show. Labette comes from behind and defeats Hutchinson 9-8. The Dragons' 6-game win streak comes to an end. Hutchinson falls to 16-3 overall, 3-2 in the Jayhawk. Labette now 7-12 and 4-1. The totals for the for Labette: 9 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, 6 left on. Hutchinson 8 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors, 6 left on. The winning pitcher, Paige Jones, throws 153 pitches and a complete game performance and improves to 3-3. DJ Cannon loses for the first time this year. She falls to 9-1 in a complete game performance, and the game took 2 hours and 19 minutes. Dramatics all the way around, all kinds of comebacks. Hutch led 3-0 after 1, 5-2 after 2. After home runs by Bryn Stockman, a 3-run home run in the first, Izzy Godinez, a 2-run home run in the second. Labette took a 7-5 lead in the 6th, and then Natalie Semmel hit a 3-run home run to give Hutchinson an 8-7 lead. But the Blue Dragons can't hold on. And in the 7th, Laura Pineda and Abby Westmoreland with back-to-back RBI singles to give Labette the 9-8 lead. Hutchinson had runners at second and third, the tying and winning runs. That's with 2 out. Couldn't finish it off, and Hutchinson falls by the score of 9-8. So the Dragons hit 3 home runs and fall. Now he gets set for game number 2, which promises to be an exciting one. Labette coach Ryan Phillips will be unavailable as he was ejected in game number 1 and will be suspended for game number 2. So that's going to do it. We'll wrap up game number 1. You'll have to switch links, remind you, on Blue Dragon broadcast page at BlueDragonSports.com. We'll have the call for you of game number 2 in about 20 minutes. Until then, Steve Carpenter from Fun Valley. The final score again, Labette 9, Hutchinson 8. We'll talk to you in about 20 minutes.